Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. Welcome in. Thank you so much for those of you that are returning. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My deck. Oh. Okay, it's upside down. Okay. Before we jump all the way into the reading, we're going to be using our singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that needs to be cleared so we can have a direct connection to source, to each other. The more of us that kind of tap into this energy and interact and all of these things, the more accurate the reading will be, the more relevant the reading will be for the collective. All right, let's go ahead. Clear the energy. Connect with spirit. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. Okay, Sagittarius, please, Spirit, most accurate and relevant messages for them at this time. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Sagittarian collective. What do they need to know right now? Most accurate and relevant messages. We'll leave that there. Okay, 4 more cards, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius. What do they need to know right now? What do they need to hear? What do they need to see? Okay. Full still upside down. Okay, we corrected it. Okay, current energies for you. You have the 9 of Swords. You could currently be having some issues with your sleep patterns. Okay, we're going to actually take both of those. I don't hate it. Okay. You could be having some issues with your sleep right now. That could be nightmares. Maybe you're having issues even just falling asleep. You're having a lot of anxiety. You're overthinking. Maybe keeping yourself up, thinking about all of the things that you did that day that possibly could cause you your job, or just like I get irrational spinning is what I'm getting, like spiraling. Thank you. Yes, spiraling. Talking yourself into things that aren't even true, talking yourself into having anxiety, even if that makes sense. I feel like you don't really have a lot to be anxious about or to worry about. It could be that you're just so used to worrying about all of the things, to stressing, that if you don't currently have something to stress about, you're kind of making stuff to stress about, if that makes sense. What's crossing you at this time? I honestly have no idea what you guys can see. I changed my setup so the tripod is on the floor with my phone versus on the desk, so it doesn't shake when I shuffle. But now I don't have a way to see the camera. Before I had my mirror so I could check to make sure it was recording still and like what I'm actually showing you. So I don't know. Hopefully you can see it. It doesn't even go there. Okay. Crossing you. The Knight of Swords. This to me feels like a younger male energy. This could be a son. This could be a partner. This could be any and all of those things. I'm getting specifically, though, a son. This could be your youngest child. Predominant air in their chart: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could just be having a hard time kind of understanding them right now, maybe getting like I'm just getting a lot of conflict, a lot of back and forth, a lot of in and out, wishy washy. And if this is a partner, that is never, ever a good thing. A good quality to have in a partnership is someone that you can't depend on, that you don't know what's going to trigger them from moment to moment, what's going to trigger them to leave, ghost you, just like completely vanish. That's the kind of energy that the Knight of Swords brings. So if that energy is opposing you right now, it's best to just distance yourself. And if this is a child and that's not necessarily an option for you, I would just be, I don't want to say like passive and neutral, but don't let their temperament and their reactions and their mood swings even affect you and what you do and how you sleep. This could just be that you have a child who has recently moved out and you spend a lot of time worrying about them. Maybe they are kind of the type to do before they think and just like really action, really fast moving. Someone who doesn't really sit still very well or very often. They always have to be moving, they always have to be doing something, and you could just be worried that what they're doing is not productive, what they're doing is not constructive, what they're doing is maybe harming them instead of helping them, which is not a good place to be as a parent. Like, is my child okay? But I get you worrying, staying up at night worrying about your kid specifically. Recent past, you have the Ace of Swords. You could have just recently learned a truth about something. Maybe that's why you're currently in this worrying state. Maybe you, again, this is a child who recently moved out, is on their own, and you heard through their friends, through their partner, through even them, whatever, like kind of what they've been up to, what they've been doing, how they've been behaving, and that was like kind of a like, oh, I didn't even see this in them. I had no idea that they had this in them, that like this is something that would even be on their radar to do. I want to also point out you have two aces back to back. You have it in your recent past and in your near future. So you're moving out of a very new, a very like, that's why I say like revelations, like things coming to light that change your perspective, that change maybe even the way you do something, the way you communicate with somebody, the way you communicate with people in general could have recently changed. And what you're moving into is a time of opportunity. There's a literal gift being handed to you from spirit that you can either run with and put your energy into and put your focus into and watch it bloom and watch it grow, because it is something that is like divinely touched and blessed, I want to say. So if you can spot this opportunity and nurture it and actually plant the seed and watch it grow, it could grow into something that's very beautiful and very prosperous. I feel like the challenge for you at this time is kind of canceling out all the clutter and all the noise that's in your head so you can focus on maybe what you're wanting to do, what you're needing to do. If this is starting a new business, it's going to be really hard to do that and really hard to focus on these things and what you need to get done if there's a lot of chaos going on in the background and in your mind. Speaking of the mind, in your mind space right now, you have the High Priestess. This could be you. You're thinking about a time when you felt more connected, when you felt more I don't think psychic is the right word, but definitely more connected and more in tune, thank you, with source. And you could receive messages really easily. You could be thinking about a time in your life when that was the case. Like, how do I get back to this space? I feel like I was a lot more at ease at that point in my life. I feel like things came a little bit more naturally to me. This could also be quite literally a person who is very seeing, very knowing. This could be your psychic. I don't know if you're planning like a trip to see, you have like a reading booked or something like that. So you're thinking about it. You could have recently had a reading that you're thinking about. Just a sec. Yeah, bud. What? Oh, thank you. Close the door all the way, please. Thank you. Okay. Well, there goes the train of thought. Just dissipated. Your mind space right now. You're thinking heavily about this energy within yourself, or very literally a high priestess person, someone who you view as like very knowing, again, can see behind the veil, can maybe speak to the dead. Maybe you've had some sort of contact with passed on loved ones through a high priestess person, priest, if it's male. Don't get caught up in genders. Tarot is genderless. Oh, okay. That could literally be what it is. It could be a medium. Maybe you're thinking about reaching out to a medium. There is a lot of grief and there is a lot of sadness that's kind of dwelling within you. You could be mourning the loss of someone, and that is why a lot of this anxiety. I'm getting the loss of a child, which I cannot even fathom. No parent, no person should ever, ever, ever have to experience that or go through that. But that could be why maybe you're contacting a medium so you can speak to, hear from, get confirmation about someone who has passed. And it doesn't have to be a recent thing. Maybe it's been 10, 20 years and this isn't something that you've ever done before, but for whatever reason you felt called. So now it's very heavy on your mind, and you could be looking for the right person to go to at this point, is also what I'm getting. Advice from spirit. You're going to need to be able to use your discernment at this time. There's going to be lots of things that look really pretty and shiny and um, like really great opportunities, but not everything is going to be. If you can see the details in this card, not all of the cups have great things in them. Some of them have like poisonous snakes and gargoyles and like poisonous mushrooms, maybe. I don't really know. But not all of the options are great options. And it's up to the person who's choosing to not only use their discernment to figure out what is what, but then also take it from kind of this ethereal thought matter into the physical world. So bring it into the physical world so you can interact with it, so you can have it. You can dream about riches all day, but if you get lost in the dream, you're never going to experience it in reality. You have to be able to manifest it into your reality as well. And Spirit is saying, don't get lost in the daydream. Don't get lost in the dream world, is what I'm getting as well. Maybe protect yourself before you go to sleep at night. If you are practicing any sort of like astral projecting, astral traveling, I would definitely tether yourself and do all of the protective work beforehand so you can remain grounded and protected. Okay. Energies around you at this time. The King of Wands. This king in this particular case is looking right, it feels like to me, looking right past this Ace of Pentacles and looking right at this Knight of Swords. It's like the energies around you right now could feel very stern. They could feel very like harsh and aggressive and abrasive. To you, this is normal because you are fire, right? So fiery energies don't necessarily alarm you or like catch you off guard if someone were to yell, for instance, right? But I feel like for a lot of people around you in your environment, this fiery kind of chaotic aggressive energy might be a little bit too much. You could see people or hear of people, have people coming to you telling you stories of like, you're never going to believe what happened at work. X, Y, and Z just flew off the handle and blah, 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 blah. Now HR is involved, and just all these like crazy things of like really chaotic energy around you right now. I would say if you're going to tap into the King of Wands energy, do it from a place of like determination and focus and passion, and harness all of that into this opportunity. Hopes and fears at this time. The Ten of Wands, you want to lighten your load. You want to be free. You want to be, I'm getting specifically financially free without the burden of like, I feel like you shoulder a lot of financial burden for a lot of people in your life. And it might be too much for you to carry it sometimes. And I don't think you'll ever admit that or even acknowledge that within yourself, especially. But I think you fear not being able to carry it all. You fear breaking. You fear dropping a wand and letting someone down, or dropping a wand and it having kind of like a domino effect, is what I'm getting. But the outcome for you is very positive. It's very kind of like a sigh of relief. I'm getting you have a lot of heavier energies here that are a little bit like working through some things to maybe lighten your load, to maybe focus your energy a little bit, to bring things into your experience. To do that, you're going to have to leave things that are chaotic, that are self destructive, and move into calmer ways of thinking, calmer ways of being, calmer ways of doing. And when you do that, when you decide to move forward and not look back and not hold on to the past and not harp on it or cling to it, you're able to multiply this one pentacle into 7 plus, because this person, they're not done working. They're going to continue to work. They're going to continue to, oh, this is 8, not 7, you dingle. They're going to continue to master their art, their craft, their skill, their talent, ability, any and all of these things. They're going to continue to multiply their coins and master their skill. So this, not even the sooner, because it's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen eventually. If you continue on your current path, like, this is not something that's obviously set in stone, but if you continue on the current path that you're on right now, you're going to naturally kind of gravitate away from things that hinder this process and that hinder your sense of peace and sense of calm within yourself, because that's the state that you want to be in, that you desire to be in. You don't want to feel overwhelmed anymore. You don't want to feel overburdened or like you're carrying everything for everybody else. And it's possible to not feel like that. There are plenty of people who don't feel like that. Very possible. The Norman deck, Crossroads. Almost every single, you guys are my 6th. I'm halfway through the mid-July readings, and almost every single sign has gotten the Crossroads as their Lenormand, which is weird because there's, quite a few options here. Like, it's only one card. But you have a choice to make, and it's to cling to this overburdened, anxious, sleepless nights, worrying about others, what they've got going on, carrying all of their loads for them. This could be financially supporting like other able adults that maybe you don't necessarily need to support right now, but you still do. Or you can release the anxiety, and you can release, this February card came out. I'm not going to take it though, because what about it? What about February? We're going to get another card. The thing about the Crossroads is there's 2 very, very clear choices, right? So it's not like you're going to be confused. It's not going to be some tough decision like, oh my gosh, I don't know which way to go. They're both pitch black and I have no idea what's down either of them. One of them is very well lit, and it is lined with opportunity, and it is lined with prosperity. Ooh, that was, where the fuck did that go? Wow. Oh, wow. How many? Oh, my God. It's too many. That's too many. That's too many. All right. Just one card, please. All of the good things is what this is leading you towards. And it's also leading you, like I was saying, it doesn't matter what road you take, this eventually is going to happen. Whether it's like a natural kind of separation and drift that happens, it's the energy of, as you upgrade yourself and as you reaffirm your boundaries and set your boundaries and kind of figure out even what they are, you naturally kind of gravitate away from people who don't respect those boundaries, who don't yada yada yada, right? So this is gonna happen one way or another. Like all roads lead to the Six of Swords plus the Eight of Coins. All right, your tea leaf oracle card, we got Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Oh, wow. If that is not a message, I don't know what is. This is even more so your message if you are currently leaving a situation that does feel like too much, that does cause you anxiety, all of these things. Don't feel the need to now lower your standards because you're of a certain age, or you feel like you have baggage. Oh, I've been divorced and I have kids and I have this and I have that. Maybe I should just no. Don't lower your standards. What you want is what you want. Stick to it. Because you can have it. You can have anything and everything that you want. I feel like for you right now, it's a business that you really want to put your energy into. And you kind of want to leave the distractions and you want to leave the chaos inducing things behind, anxiety inducing things behind. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.